Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Daniela and I'm a part-time reseller. I sell on Poshmark, eBay, dabbling into Mercari, and today I'm going to take you with me sourcing. I'm going to kind of show you my process and what I do. Sorry, this lighting is really weird. I'm in my car and yeah, so I'm just going to take you with me, show you the process of what I do, how I kind of sort through things, what my logic is when I'm picking items up. I have today off from work. It's a holiday here in Rhode Island. It's Victory Day. We're the only state that still celebrates it, so I kind of have the day to do whatever I need to do. I have other things I need to do too. I'm not just going to be sourcing. I have like household stuff I need to do. So yeah, if this type of content interests you, give the video a like. That would be exciting. Or, subscribe. That's cool too. I put out content every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, yeah, let's go do this, shall we?
No, I don't want, I want right in the building. Oh. No, I gotta wear it with something over like this, hanging on the road. All right. Does it look? You don't have your money with you? No, why do you take my keys?
I got all Crystal about sculpture.
Don't lose them, because otherwise I no pay. Yeah. Now, how do they?
Okay, now we're home. So I kind of want to take you through the steps and what I do while I'm in the thrift store, and then what I do once I get home, and like what's my process with all that. So I'm going to go over a few pieces that I picked up and kind of explain why I did it. Also, it's super hot out, so don't mind the appearance. The stores that I went to do not have AC, and it's 93 degrees out. So there's that. So let's go over a couple of pieces. I know I showed you in the previous clips, like me looking through the items and kind of checking to make sure they didn't have any holes or anything in them before I purchased. And so the first piece I'm going to show is the moth sweater that I picked up. So this is sleeveless. I really liked the pattern on here and like all the different colored threads. The reason why I picked this up is, one, it's knit, and knits are really in for the fall winter season. I liked that it had the high neckline where it's almost like a mock neck. And then I also liked that it had almost like a vest feeling to it, which is also another trend that's really popular for the fall and the winter for 2020 and 2021. It has a little bit of a high-low, and I like high-low hems with certain sweaters. So that was my reasoning behind this. I typically don't pick up moth. I typically don't pick up a ton of Anthropologie pieces, but when it's hitting the mark with different trends that are going to be going on, I'll grab it, and the price was right, so it's worth it. Even if I only sell it for $25, $30, I'm fine with that. I just thought it's just a really nice classic piece, and it kind of goes all the time. So someone could purchase this and wear it this year because it's on trend, but then wear it next year too, because cable knits, I feel like, are always something that people want and are looking for. The next piece. So I am always looking for cashmere, alpaca, wool. What's the other one? Mohair. I couldn't think of the name. So I'm always looking for those types of pieces when sweaters start coming out, and I don't necessarily go by brand, because if the price is right for me to pick it up, I'll get it. Like, people love cashmere, people love mohair, people like alpaca. These are things people look for. So the brand doesn't necessarily always matter. So this is just Polo, Ralph Lauren, but it's cashmere. And because you totally can't see that. So I don't even know why I showed you that. It's cashmere. So this is like a cape. So I liked it for that reason alone. So it's a cape. And it's so soft, but here's the thing. When I pick up cashmere or mohair or wool, I am like closely inspecting it, because there's bound to be a hole somewhere, and if it's not, it's very exciting. I'd say like 8 times out of 10 when I'm picking up cashmere or wool, there's some type of hole in it somewhere. This did not have any holes. So that was very exciting. It's got a little turtleneck. So turtlenecks are also really big this fall and winter. And it looks like, where's the tag? It looks like this came from a consignment store. So a lot of these pieces that I picked up look like it came from some sort of consignment store that may have closed. And I think that's why I lucked out on a lot of this stuff. But yeah, I will always pick up cashmere. As long as the style's really good. I don't really care about the brand. I love cashmere myself. I know people always look for it. So there's that. I'm like super oily and sticky because I've been sweating for like 5 hours straight. Okay, this next piece, I did show you guys this too. I don't typically pick up Trina Turk. I used to when I first started reselling, because I didn't really know the difference or understand brands and what worked for me. And there's 2 reasons why I picked this up. The first one is I really liked the color and the style of the dress. It's a nice career wear piece. It's very pretty. It's got a nice silhouette to it. It's in really great condition. It's also silk. So that's the reason why I did grab it, is because it is 100% silk. Probably the only reason really why I grabbed it. I mean, the colors were definitely helpful in it and me making my decision, but the fact that it was silk was definitely a plus. And worst case scenario, if I can't sell this on my own, I'll send it to ThredUp, and it will do fairly well on there. I also really liked the lining on this, and I'll show it to you. Like, it's got this little lace detailing on the lining. I thought it was pretty. So yeah, that's that. What else can I show you? Oh, I'll show you one more. Be right back. So here's a brand that I never, ever pick up. And it's H&M. So I picked this up for 2 reasons. 1, it's new with tag. 3 reasons. 1, it's new with tag. 2, the price was really good and it was half off. And 3, I love the pearl detailing. I own like 4 shirts that have pearls like this on it, so this is totally my aesthetic and what I love in a sweater, so I had to grab it. Even if I sell it for $15, $20, like, I'm totally happy with that because I paid $2.99. So I'm totally fine with it. I just think anything with pearl detailing is so pretty. And if it was my size, I'd be keeping it. But that is my reasoning for picking up H&M. The price was great. It's new at tag. It's not something I typically pick up, but I'm sure it'll bring attention to my closet. Sometimes it's not about always picking up that high-end brand. Sometimes it's just picking up mall brands that people really look for, that people love, that are affordable. Sometimes it's just about that. And I have to get in the mindset sometimes of incorporating these kind of pieces within my closet because not everyone wants what I like to pick up. Some people want Old Navy, some people want Target, you know, so I try to be mindful of that while I am shopping. I'm going to show you one more clothing piece. I only grabbed, there's only 2 more clothing pieces on my bed. One's the American Eagle piece, which I showed you guys. The other one's the BCBG Max Azria cashmere cardigan that I grabbed. That little stain that I showed you, it's like a chocolate caramel stain. I did like a little sniff test to make sure. Don't pretend like you've never done that before because you know you have. So I did a little sniff test. It was caramel. So I easily just wiped that off. Not a big deal. Yeah, so I'm going to show you the next piece, which I did show you in the previous clip, and I'd never heard of the brand. I did very minimal research on it, but I really liked it. So, one second, let me grab it. So it's Mulberry Street. I've never heard of this brand. Like I said, I didn't really research it. I grabbed it solely on style, the season that we're going into. It's this really pretty plaid. It's a comfy, oversized fleece. It's got these big pockets and zippers, and I just really liked it. And if it was my size, I'd be keeping it because it's just really cozy. I don't know much about this brand, so if you don't know anything about it, leave me a comment so I can learn. Yeah, I just liked it. There's really no other reason behind it for me picking it up besides that it's fall and plaid is super in for fall. That's my reasoning. That's it. And it cost me $3.99. So I really can't go wrong no matter what I sell it for. When I briefly looked it up, it looked like comps were between $35 and $45. So I mean, that's a really great return when I'm spending $3.99. Sorry, I'm like standing and I don't really know what to do myself. I'm going to show you a few pairs of shoes and my reasoning behind picking those up. I like cleaning shoes, so let's start off with that. It doesn't scare me to pick up shoes that need cleaning. It doesn't bother me if there's scuffs on it and it requires a little bit of elbow grease. I'm not afraid to pick up patent leather that has marks on it. I typically can get them out. I have like a whole shoe kit arsenal of items that I use to clean them. One day in the future I will make a video on that and show you guys how I kind of do all that fun stuff. But I will show you a few pairs. Some of them are new. So this place had a bunch of new boots. It looks like some of them came from like a Marshalls or like a TJ Maxx kind of thing. There was like 8 pairs of the same shoe, but I only grabbed one because I just didn't want to grab a whole bunch. I mean, I have limited space to begin with, so I have to be very particular. But I'm going to show you the ones that need a little elbow grease in them and the brands that went along with those. And then I'm going to show you the ones that are either brand new or in perfect condition and really don't require much from me. And then I'll explain my reasoning as to why I picked them up. Okay, so the first shoe is a brand that I typically do pick up. It does well. The resale on it is fairly good. It depends on the type of shoe that it is, but it is Fit Flop. And I like this brand for myself, but I also do like picking it up to sell. And these just have that 90s, like late 90s, early 2000 vibe to them. And that's why I grabbed them. It's got this little crocodile skin, right? Alligator? Croc? I don't know. It's got the platform. They're my size. I did try them on, but I'm not going to keep them. I do need to get these listed ASAP because they are open toe, and I like to get all my sandal type things listed as soon as possible. As we are heading into the fall season, but it is warm in other states that are not in New England later on throughout the year. Like it's hot in October, November, December, January kind of thing. But so it doesn't necessarily mean these won't sell. I just want to get them listed as soon as possible. But these are like new. They're like new. But that's the reason why I grabbed these. These require minimal work from me. All I need to do is photograph them, and that's really it. And like I said, it hits that late 90s, early 2000s vibe. The next pair, I'll show you these. Now, I'm kind of second guessing buying these just because of size, but it's okay. These are ASOS, so they're not anything special. I don't know if that's clear or not, but I loved the pattern, and things that are chunky heeled like this and these cool geometric shapes, love them. They do well, they photograph well, they're pointed toe, so pointy toes are, of course, still in. That's not changing. It's a little sling back, and I'm just a fan of sling back heels. I think they're comfy. They're size 5. So, and I didn't notice that when I grabbed them. I just really liked the pattern. So, yeah, I mean, they'll probably sit a little bit, but it's okay. Like, totally fine. Everyone needs a shoe, no matter what size you are. And I'm sure there's a size 5 out there that would love these. But I just typically don't pick up size 5 because they've sat for me for, I have 2 pairs of size 5 shoes that have been sitting for probably a year and a half now. But I'm keeping them in my closet. I'm not getting rid of them. But yeah, so I picked this up just on the style of the shoe. It's perfect for fall. It's black and white. I mean, you could wear this really year round. It doesn't really matter. It's not necessarily fall. But the big chunky heel, the pointed toe, everything about it just screams the, you know, what's on trend right now. So, and it's brand new. Never been worn. All right, so the next pair of boots, they do have some scuffs on them, but I can fix these up pretty easily. I use mink oil. I'll link that down below. I love mink oil. I've never used Dr. Martin's, whatever it's called, that everyone else uses on their boots. I've always used mink oil. It's very affordable. I think it's like $2.99 on Amazon. I love it. So these, I think they sell these at TJ Maxx. Fabinali? Yeah, Fabinali, made in Italy. So I got these for 2 reasons. One, it's a Chelsea ankle boot, which always does well in the fall, and it's got this fur lining right here, which is all over the place. If you look at different runways, if you listen to the Thrifters Villa podcast with Lori and I, we talked about this. There's a lot of shearling and Sherpa and fur detailing on all different pieces, whether it be coats, shoes, kind of everywhere. So the front of this boot, I don't think it's going to pick up that much, but it has these little scrapes right here. I can easily fix those up. That stuff like that doesn't scare me. I mean, the whole boot could be scraped up. I can easily fix it. Yeah, the sole's really good. I don't think these were worn very much because even the fur on the side is in really good condition. I don't think these were ever worn. Oh, maybe it was worn with like when it rained or something. Now that I'm feeling the fur, but I can just buff out the fur. And anyway, it's not going to be a hassle to clean these up. And they're really cute. I like them. If they were my size, I'd be keeping them. It's a problem when it comes to shoes. I love shoes so much. And I do typically wear them before I list them if they fit me. And then when they sell, you know, I get rid of them. But, okay, the highlight of my day. I probably shouldn't have picked these up. Oh, well. I was excited to find these, and I clearly didn't look them over enough. Very disappointing when this happens. Okay, so these are Isabel Marant I can't really show you I don't think I can show you this. I don't think I can get it to come through, but it's Laurent. So I paid up for these. This happens, right? It happens. You pay up for something, you get really excited, and then you get home and you're like, oh, Well, and I can't return any of these shoes. It's final sale. So the inside of this just needs to be cleaned with the suede cleaner. It looks like it's like a jean transfer of color. Not a big deal. It's only on the inside. It is not really on the outside. There's like a little bit right here. But here's why I'm upset. And I didn't pay attention when I bought them. See this tassel right here? There should be another tassel on this side. And there's not. I mean, I can easily fix this by getting rid of the tassels on both pairs and just cutting off the string and leaving the boot as is without the tassel, because it doesn't take away from the boot itself, which is probably what I'm going to do. Or I'll sell it as is. I don't know. We'll see. I might try selling it as is and then have people, whoever purchases the boot, decide what they want to do. But they're really, really cute. My size again. Thank you to the women who donated all these shoes that were my size. You're making this very difficult for me. Okay, the next pair is a brand that I never, ever pick up. But these were new and they were half off. And they're Tommy. They are a quilted, also a fall and winter trend, rain boot. I guess some people could use these as a snow boot if you wanted to, but they're new. They had like 6 pairs of these. But I only grabbed one because I've never sold Tommy Hilfiger. So, I mean, I've sold my own stuff that's Tommy Hilfiger, but never items that I've picked up at Thrift. But I thought they're really pretty, and they have all the detailing that is needed for the fall and winter trends. So, I mean, we'll see how it goes. I don't know what I'll get from that. I'm guessing 25 to 30. That's my guess. Because they probably sold at like Macy's for $40 or $50. Okay, this is another brand that's new to me. It's JBW, and I think it's called Jambu. Hold on. Jambu. JBW Memory Foam by Jambu. The Camille boot. So I picked this up for various reasons. First one is it's brand new. It's a snow boot. It gives me like a Dansko vibe. Dansko has a snow boot that's like this. It's got the fur and the suede, so it's got that trend for the fall and winter as well. And I like the color, and it's very lightweight. Very lightweight. Also, I did pay up for these a little bit, but these are worth it. These will have a good return. I didn't look up comps, so I have no idea what these sell for. But I really just based it off of the style. So, yeah, that's that. So I think that's everything. I know this video is a little bit all over the place. That's okay. So, you know, when it comes to thrifting, I just look at this. This is fun. So that's everything. You know, when it comes to thrifting for the fall and winter, I'm just more comfortable buying stuff when it comes to fall and winter. I love sweaters. I love boots. I love all that kind of stuff. And I also apply different things that I learned from the different trend reports I've watched and, you know, producing the podcast with Lori and looking at the different fashion shows. And I use a little bit of everything that I've learned, and I try to find similar items within a thrift store. Now, am I going to find amazing luxury brands every time? No, like that's not going to happen. But I do try to take all those things into consideration, the type of material, the cashmere, the wool, like I talked about, you know, looking at the condition of the item, not really necessarily looking at brand the whole time. I mean, brand does come in handy, but if it doesn't have the brand that I'm looking for, but it has every other aspect in it, that's great. I like that. Definitely focused on boots, focused on more of like the winter wear. Did pick up that flip-flop sandal, but you know, that will sell. I'm not concerned about that. I really didn't pick up many clothes. What I showed you, plus another piece that's just sitting off to the side, the BCBG Max Azria cardigan. Oh, and there's an American Eagle sweater. But other than that, like I focused on shoes because that's where my highest return on investment is. My average sale price is higher on that. The cost of goods are typically low on it. So I'm really happy with it. I hope bringing you along kind of showed you what my thought process is with all of this, and how I make my decisions and what I'm looking for and how I'm sorting through and just kind of all that stuff. Again, I apologize for this messy look, but it's hot, and I wanted to get this together for you guys. And just go from there. So I'm gonna start sorting, cleaning, and doing all that stuff. I'm gonna photograph everything. I'm gonna start listing. I don't do death piles. This will be done before the end of the day today. And yeah, if you like this video, if you like this kind of content, hit the subscribe button down below, and I will see you guys next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I think I'm gonna do another reseller hangout with a friend. So stay tuned for that. Bye.